Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Take on Tottenham. My name is Ben. This is my take on Tottenham. And guess what? I am recording from my new house or from a new place, whatever. Um, so happy, finally. Before we get into the game, I put a little short out earlier, but I'm so happy that I've finally got internet sorted. It's been 4 weeks of stress trying to get that sorted. And I'm glad if it was going to happen at any point, it happened, during it started happening before the season started. So I've only not missed a couple of games. Like I said, I just had to watch them somewhere else. But now I get to watch them in the comfort of my own home, which is good, especially when they win. And like I said in previous videos, I want to try and start making it a bit more Tottenham in the background as well, because for nearly 3 years, 3 years, blimey, I've been doing videos virtually with just me in front of a white wall, which is, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's something that I wanted to make it more Tottenham centric and stuff, and I only could really wear my shirt, and that was it. So I've done a little bit of housekeeping, as you can see behind me, but I do want to sort of add a bit more. This might change. I'm just trying to find my right rhythm with it all, but it might change. We'll see. But yeah, I want to make it more Spurs, basically. So that's a little bit of housekeeping before we get into the actual video. But I just want to thank you guys for your patience with it, because it was very frustrating for me. I'm glad it's sorted now, and I'm just glad that I don't have to faff around with anything else now. So that's good. And this is going to be the new setting. This is going to be where my videos take place. I have a chair. It's awesome. A chair. Really good. And what is really good is the Spurs got a win today. It wasn't the best performance, but they got a win. Full-time results. Tottenham 1, Wolves 0. A frustrating game at times, very frustrating. But look, let's get into it. So, a couple of changes to the team sheet. Perisic in, which is quite a, I think people have been waiting to see what he looks like when he starts. Over Sessegnon, who sort of dropped to the bench. Just a rotation, no reason apparently behind that, just rotating the squad. And Davinson Sanchez in for Christian Romero, who's out apparently for about 3 or 4 weeks, which is really not great. But at least it is only 3 or 4 weeks, so it's not for months like his previous injury. Sanchez, you know my thoughts on Davinson Sanchez. If you watch this channel, you'll know my thoughts on Davinson Sanchez. First half, right. Well, Wolves were very good. They were seeing a lot of the ball. Spurs were very quiet. They were being very much contained. They couldn't get any fluidity in any of their attacking moves or any of the transitions. They couldn't do anything. Wolves really did, do their homework on it. They were really shutting Spurs down. They were keeping the midfield quite contained. Højbjerg and Bentancur, they were really keeping quiet. And the front three, God, what front three, really? 35 minutes went past and Spurs still didn't have a single attempt on goal, which is really not good. I thought I was watching Nuno team. I thought I'd gone back in time briefly. It was lethargic. Midfield, like I said, really struggled. I thought Højbjerg was struggling quite a lot in the middle. I thought Bentancur was just not really getting forward at all. To me, it was screaming out to bring Basuma on at half-time, personally. And we've actually, Wolves had many chances in between, the first, from the first half. They had a lot of chances. Neves was causing, Neves was causing quite a few problems. Moutinho was linking up play for them very, very well. And yeah, really, really Spurs, it's going to be one of those games that I said if we were playing a better team, and that's no disrespect to Wolves when I say that, I mean a Man City or a Liverpool, it's one of those games I think it could have been quite bad. I felt Spurs were, like I said, they weren't, Wolves have had a few issues in front of goals over the last few seasons, really. And again, that's, to be honest, if I was a Wolves fan, I would have highlighted that. I felt like if they'd had a bit more of a threat up front, they could have had this game quite comfortable, but they didn't really, for all the chances that they did create, they didn't really, really test Lloris in the game. But Spurs were for as good as Wolves were in the first half. Spurs were pretty dreadful, really dreadful. Um, Second half came and they were a lot better. You could see it from the first half, from the first few minutes that they came out of the second half. Antonio Conte would have ripped into them in the break, and they came out. They were running, they were sprinting for everything, and there was already an improvement within the first few minutes. They looked better in that first few minutes than they did the entire 45 before. Um, Perisic, Spurs were in themselves, as were moving forward better. Perisic was looking really good. He was getting a load of crosses in and had a really good cross on him as well. It's something I want to see if Perisic is playing. I want to see him taking corners. I think we'll get into Sonny in a minute. But yeah, Perisic was getting some really good crosses in, darting down that left side. For his age, was handling it quite well. He had to come off later, but we'll get into that. He did. I think he had a cross at Sanchez, just almost didn't look like he was ready for it, and it kind of fizzled out into Sarr's gloves. But again, came from Perisic's cross. Kane hit the bar, and Spurs were really ticking at this moment in time. Spurs were really going at it. You could see the momentum was with them. You could see that they were just doing more. They were running more. They weren't running much in the first half. They weren't showing much about themselves. They weren't, they were very, like I said, lethargic. Second half, running for the ball, sprinting, everything. That's what we want to see. And then, like I said, Kane hit the bar. Brilliant cross from Kulusevski. Again, Kulusevski, I didn't even mention him because he was hardly involved in that first half because, again, Spurs just weren't getting the ball out to any of the front three. Kulusevski, like Kane, like Son, was pretty invisible in that first half. They started getting the ball to him in the second half. Guess what? He starts getting involved in the play. Him and Royale were sort of linking up quite nicely at times. Kulusevski whipped across in on his left foot. Kane got his head to it, hit the bar. Really, lucky, but it was much better. One thing I noticed that Bentancur was moving forward a lot more. Again, like I said, first half, very static, not getting much of the ball anyway. First half, I saw it, second half, sorry, really coming out, taking the ball forward, creating a lot more passes, spreading the play out more. That's what we want. Sonny hit the post as well. Sonny went close. I think it was Kulusevski again, worked the ball in. I think he tried to do like a low drive across goal, hoping someone would get onto it. Sonny actually did, but brought it out and took a shot and it hit the post, unfortunately. They did claim a corner, but it was a bit of a hard one to kind of tell. And then we got the goal. Harry Kane, brilliant finish. Brilliant finish because it's the nature of the goal. It's one of those it's all about reactions, right? It's right in front of it's pretty much right in front of the goal. But again, you've just got to be quick. You've got to be first to it. And that's what Harry Kane did. It was a poor corner from Sonny, but it was flicked on by Perisic. He got to it first, just headed it back, and got his head on it, and it luckily I gave it enough momentum to send the ball over to Kane, and then Harry Kane just had a little finish. But again, it was just what I mean. It was keeping. He's got to be fast on the reactions, and really good goal. Little shout out to Harry Kane because he'll be watching this video, I know. Really brilliant achievement from Harry Kane. He has scored 185 goals for one club, surpassing Sergio Aguero's 184 for Manchester City. A phenomenal achievement for Harry Kane. I know there's going to be loads of people that will come out and go, oh yes, but where's his trophies for all his goals and stuff like that? Okay, fair comment, but you can't just ignore the achievement either. There'll be people that'll be going, oh, where's the trophy for that sort of thing? Again, whatever. It's a fair comment to make the trophy jibe, but you can't dismiss the achievement. 185 goals for one club is amazing. It's fantastic, and he's been a great servant to the club. And hopefully this season is the change in the trophy status for Kane. But like I said, it as an achievement in itself is brilliant, and just massive congratulations for him. It'll mean a lot to him. He'll still want to keep going, and he will keep going. He wants to get that all-time top goal scoring record. But yeah, it's fantastic, and just what a player to achieve that. He then got a yellow card minutes after, because I thought it was a bit pathetic from Neves. Really, there was something that happened. I mean, Harry Kane was running past him, and he just sort of ran past him, and he kind of brushed him, and Neves went down like a sack of potatoes, and then just somehow Kane got a yellow card from that. I thought it was really pathetic, to be honest. Perisic had a great run as well. Again, with his age and how late into the game it was, he had this great run where he took it pretty much the length of the pitch, and he tried to pick the right pass. He just had a bit of a wasted chance in the end, just only giving the ball away. Richarlison came on, went close late on. And that was it, really. Spurs kind of saw the game out from that point onwards. Wolves had their chances, of course, but Spurs, once they got in front, they kind of managed the game quite well. Was it a perfect performance? Absolutely not. Like I said, against better teams with a more threatening attack, I think it would have been punished quite a few times in the first half. But again, like I said, Lloris, for the chances that Wolves had, Lloris didn't actually have to make that many saves. A lot better in the second half. My man of the match is Perisic. I personally thought he was really good the whole game, but I thought he was amazing in the second half. I thought he was whipping crosses in, he was getting forward, and he was showing. I think he was showing maybe a bit of competition for that wing position that the Sonny plays on. If he wanted to move up, and Sessegnon drops into left wing back maybe. But yeah, Perisic, my man of the match by a country mile. Really good improvement in the second half. Good to get the win, top of the league temporarily. I think it might change if certain teams will. I can't remember the league table at the minute, but really good. Nottingham Forest next Sunday. That's going to be, and then it's away as well. That's going to be a difficult match, very difficult. I've really been impressed with what I've seen from them, so that'll be a difficult game. But Spurs will have to be at their best again for that one. What was I going to say? I was going to say something, and I knew I should have wrote it down. Bissouma came on late on. I'd like to have seen him a bit earlier for Højbjerg personally. And I thought Richarlison, a little shout out for Richarlison, who I actually forgot to shout out in the Chelsea video last week. I thought Richarlison's involvements when he's come on recently have been really good, and I think he might actually throw his hat in contention for to start against Forest. I think Sonny has been very poor this first 3 games, and that's a shame because he's been really good during pre-season, him and Kane. But yeah, I felt Sonny's been really below par performances, poor crossing. He's been getting back and trying to defend, and his defending's been really questionable as well. Like I said, I've got a fly flying around my head. I thought his crossing's been really poor as well. His corners have been poor. He had some really good set pieces in pre-season, and also, I don't know, he's just not been at it. He came close today with the shot against the post, but he's been so poor. And I know if I take him out of my FPL team, he'll score a hat-trick next week. I know that's the way it goes, so maybe I'll do that. You've got it on video. If I take him out of my FPL team this week, probably stick Haaland in for the price. But I'm telling you that Sonny will score next week if I do that. I might do that as a social experiment. We'll see. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. Really good win today. Important 3 points. Hard fought victory. Deserved, maybe not so. But yeah, I think Wolves will be aggrieved not to have took anything out from the game. But them's the breaks, I guess. So I'll see you guys next Sunday. Obviously, the transfer window is still open, and like I said, I've got internet now, so if anything does dramatically happen in the week, I doubt it. It's more outgoings at the minute, but if there is anything, I'll try and keep you guys updated when I can. Let me know down below what you thought about the game and the performance and whatnot. Brilliant achievement again from Harry Kane. And again, we got my setup. We're going. We're rolling. It's all good. So I'll see you guys in the next game next week, next Sunday. Have a nice weekend, and as always, Comedy Spurs. Oh yeah, and don't forget to subscribe and all that stuff. But anyway, Comedy Spurs.